Trying to help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves is a losing battle. Hey Lee, I live in St. John's and was wondering how to support someone who wants to work out but never takes the initiative. All right, that could be a loaded question. Obviously, the best thing that you can do is focus on yourself, right? Focus on getting in your best shape. Focus on leading by example, because trying to help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves is a losing battle. Right? You can't do it. You cannot help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality. I'll tell you right up front, like, I have a lot of friends and family members who are overweight and out of shape and who do not exercise, do not eat right, and all that kind of stuff. And I have tried in the past to encourage them to take action, to lose weight and get in shape and all that. Like, I've offered to coach them for free. I've offered to help them work out and everything else, and it's all in vain, because if they don't have the initiative to do it themselves, I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself. My desire, my ambition, my enthusiasm, all that, it's great for me, but I can't force that onto somebody else. So all you can really do if to support somebody is do the best that you can. Like, you get in your best shape. You let them see the changes happening within you. Like, let them see you get lean, get healthy, feel better, look better, just see your whole attitude towards life improve. And indirectly, that might motivate them to want to change as well. Like, when somebody sees you make a transformation, like, let's just say you're overweight and out of shape, and then you get lean and healthy, and you've had this big before and after transformation. Then people look at you like, whoa, what did you do? Hey, I'd like to do that too. And then that starts to encourage them that, hey, if you did it, maybe I could do it. And then that will motivate them indirectly. But you can't force somebody to get in shape. You can't force somebody to change if they're not willing. We all know we should eat right. We all know we should exercise. We all know we shouldn't drink alcohol. We all know we shouldn't smoke cigarettes or do drugs. And like, everybody knows that. But yet there's millions of people out there who are overweight, eating crap, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, doing drugs. I mean, like, it's not the knowing. Like, they have to have the self-motivation, that self-internal drive to want to change for themselves. And unfortunately, most people won't change until they hit rock bottom. Right at the beginning of the video chat, I know, unless you've been sticking around for the past 2 hours, you never heard this one, but I mentioned one of my coaching students, Paul. Like, he didn't start working out till he was 60, in his 60s. And the reason he did is because he went through a whole lifetime, 60 years of neglecting his health and fitness, eating like crap, no exercise. He almost died of a heart attack. The paramedics brought him back to life on his living room floor after his wife called the ambulance, right? Like, I wrote up a case study sharing his results on my website. If you want to go check it out, it's right up on my main leehayward.com website. Like, the man almost died. And then because he almost died, like, and the paramedic who revived him, they looked at him and they said, you've been given a gift, right? You're back to life again. Like, you have another shot at life. If you have a second chance at life, what are you going to do with it? And those words just burned right to his core, because, I mean, he's seen death. Like, he thought he was going to die right there on his living room floor, right in front of his wife. And I mean, when he's seen that and he was thinking about, okay, he has his children, his family, and everybody else, and he's just going to lose all that. That struck him so deep that he said, I have to change. And from that point forward, he made a change. It was like this, but he had to hit rock bottom first. The whole thing of, oh, I'd like to lose weight, I'd like to get in shape, I'd like to feel better, I'd like this, that wasn't motivating enough. None of that was motivating enough. He had to hit rock bottom, like, look death in the eyes, and then say, okay, now you got a second chance. What are you going to do with it? And he decided to take action. And now, I mean, he's totally transformed himself. He's lost like 50 pounds of body weight, totally improved his health and fitness. I mean, like, he's a different man. He's like chalk and cheese, night and day. Like, he's totally transformed, and he did it in his 60s, right? And it just shows that you can do that, but nobody could have motivated him. He had to motivate himself, and that applies to anybody. You can't motivate somebody. That has to be something from within. I've had so many conversations with people over the past year, people who desperately need help, but they just won't do it. Like, everybody who smokes cigarettes knows they should quit cigarettes, but they just don't. They just, oh, maybe I'll quit, maybe I'll this, maybe I'll that. And then all of a sudden when the doctor says, okay, you have cancer, or you're going to, you have some serious life-threatening illness, then all of a sudden the pain becomes so great, then they all of a sudden decide, oh, I better quit smoking. And that's their motivation. Unfortunately, sometimes the damage is already done by the time they hit that rock bottom. Not everybody is like Paul, where they get a legit second chance at life, right? Sometimes the damage is done and you're too far gone. But you have one of the things that I've found works well, I mean, I've used it for myself and I've used it for coaching students. Try and visualize where you're going. Like the path you're going down right now, like if someone's overweight and out of shape, visualize the worst case scenario. Like visualize, where are you going to be in 10 years if you keep down this path that you're on? Like, let's just say someone's 50 pounds overweight, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood sugar. In 10 years time, like they're a heart attack waiting to happen. They're diabetic waiting to happen. Cancer, stroke, heart attack, something. Your body's can't take shit and abuse. Like, it's like if you neglect the maintenance on your car, eventually the thing is going to break down and crap out on you. Same with your body. If you neglect the maintenance on your body, eventually things are going to break down, right? So you kind of like have to visualize the worst case scenario. Like take yourself down that negative road and feel the pain, feel the devastation that it's going to cause, not just to you, but to your family, your loved ones, and everything else. Going from being the man of the house, the breadwinner, taking care of your family, to being, bedridden, a burden to your family, unable to work, unable to bring in an income. So instead of helping, you're just the biggest hindrance. And we've all known people like that. I mean, if you can visualize that and say, like, I don't want to be that person, that might be your motivation to turn things around. But, that's a hard one. That is a hard one. You can't want it more for somebody than they want it for themselves, right? It has to be an internal self-motivation to change. I wish I had a better answer for you than that. Like you say, oh, you can do this and then someone will start working out again or whatever. But it's not that simple. It's really not. It has to be, they have to want it for themselves. All you can do is lead by example, and hopefully they'll be motivated by your example.